Hey everyone, how are you all doing? I know, it's been a long time, but what better time than when Black Adam's coming out? Finally, I'm going to be making my review / showcase of my custom Kitbash McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Black Adam, and of course I had to put him on the throne. I mean, come on, a Black Adam this awesome needs to be on the throne. And I also did get the throne yesterday, and I'm very excited about it, so... But yeah, this looks awesome on here. I love this. This is the first time I've put it on here, and I think it looks really good. But yeah, so I know it's been a while since, because when did this show up? A couple months ago in the Deathstroke video, and pretty much every video I've had at least one comment that's like, when are you gonna make the Black Adam custom showcase? And I'm like, I'll get to it. I promise. It's coming. I promise. And then I kept getting stuff, and I kept having to put it off. And I originally was going to be reviewing the Hawkeye, the Clint Hawkeye from the Disney Plus wave. I was really going to review that today, and I literally had it all ready. I had the lights on. I had everything all ready to go. And then I went, you know what? I actually really need to do that Black Adam. And I was like, what better time than right now when the movie's coming out and all that stuff? So, yeah, without further ado, let's get into how I made this guy. So, I'm going to leave him on here for just a second because this just looks cool. But he's the only two things that you need to actually make the base version of this, because actually I repainted the hair and the eyebrows and all that stuff. But the only two things that you need are the Page Puncher's Black Adam and then the Endless Winter Black Adam. That's all you need. There's nothing else that you need to make this. And both of those have actually been hitting clearance and stuff like that in a lot of different areas and on a lot of sites like Amazon and stuff. So you might be able to make this for pretty cheap. So yeah. But let's take him off of here and then show you all the intricacies of what I did to make this. And then real quick before I bring Black Adam in here, what is up with this throne being green? It is real weird because I'm definitely going to repaint this because it's like green with like a gold dry brush. And I get it, it's supposed to kind of look like weathered and stuff like that and ancient and whatnot, but like it looks green and it's kind of weird. In order to make this, you will need the Page Puncher's head and upper torso, but then, and then the ball joints and the hands of the Page Puncher's one, but then the arms, the mid torso, and then the whole lower half is from the Endless Winter one. And the way you just do that is, you heat it up, pop it apart, all that stuff. I also did modify the torso and whatnot to give him more range. So if you look in there, actually, it's kind of hard to see with the darker plastic and whatnot. But I did cut into both of these so he actually can go forward, unlike all the other McFarlane figures for some reason. But yeah, the reason why you also need to use the certain parts the way that I have is because the gold otherwise won't match up between them. Because for some reason, if you look at the symbol here, which I may go back and repaint, but it's okay that the symbol's a little different for me anyway, for my personal look of Black Adam. Because it's almost like a tan, but then the rest of this is gold, and it looks good gold because he's supposed to be gold. And for some reason on the Page Puncher's one, they just made him like yellow, and it's not a good look. But I also, obviously, if you're wondering what I did with the Page Puncher's one, I took an X-Acto knife, which, of course, be careful and do whatever you need to do, like heat it up, pull it off, whatever you want to do. Cut right here so he has the two little, like, pieces right there still on him. But then, of course, you can see right here the huge gaping hole from the cape being plugged in, which doesn't bother me. A lot of people, it may bother, and if it does, just throw some sculpting clay in there and then paint it up. But for me, it doesn't really bother me at all. And the only other thing that does bother me, and I may actually try to use a movie Black Adam. I might try to switch out the hands and give him that, because these really big-ass ball joints are annoying to me. But we will see if I can get that done. I'm sure it won't be that difficult because I've done a lot harder stuff for the McFarlane stuff. So I imagine trying to put that on here won't be too bad. And I think it'll look cool, actually. And then now onto the only thing that I think a lot of people, when trying to make this, will be like, ooh, why is that like that? Is the size comparisons. Which even this Shazam, he's a little off-kilter because this figure, when I got him out of the box, I really wanted to throw it at the wall. It was so fucking annoying and terrible. But I snipped the cape for the most part, made it a short cape like it's supposed to be because it's Shazam. He should always have a shorter cape in my personal view of Shazam. And then I also had to super glue the neck because that thing was just terrible. And then I cut the ever-living crap out of it so he actually has range in his neck now. But he's Black Adam's a little bit shorter than Shazam, and that's a little bit of a problem, I know, for probably a lot of people, because if anything, Shazam should be smaller. And I don't know why it's like this. I think It's got to be, yeah, it has to be the choice of using the Page Puncher's torso, because if you look, that's kind of where this problem stems from, because of the fact that, I mean, they're literally the same exact thing going up to the mid-torso anyway, so, like, they're about the same height, and then you lose that, because the shoulders are the same too. Yeah, it's literally just the fact that I switched out the mid-torso, or the upper torso, and that's kind of a problem. But if you really wanted to, whenever you're making this, if you want to use, you might be able to, you'd have to do a lot more painting and a lot more customizing and whatnot for it, but you should be able to use the other torso. I also liked using this upper torso from the Page Punchers because it, of course, you know, it has the exposed neck area and all that stuff like Black Adam typically does, but you might be able to paint it and all that stuff and sand it and change it and everything like that. But I hate the way they did the neck on that one. Like, I wanted to break that one as soon as I got it too. So I really am happy with how this turned out. You might even be able to take, if you want to go full customization and whatnot and change it up just a little bit, you may be able to use something like, I don't know, maybe a Superman torso. But if you take the Page Puncher, or not the Page Puncher, if you take the Endless Winter one, if you take his symbol, since that's so big, you could put that over really any torso that you would want. You know, as long as you're happy with how it looks and make him bigger, I think you definitely could do that. But if you want just a simple Kitbash, this is definitely the way to go. I'm very happy with how it turned out. And obviously, you know, when it comes to Shazam and Black Adam and stuff like that, and having the two of them fight on the shelf in a display and whatnot, I'm going to typically be having them fight, or if anything, I'll be having Black Adam just choking the life out of Shazam. So they're not going to be just standing like this in vanilla poses, you know? So that's the only thing where you're going to have to kind of pose them around and do some trick of the camera, of course, in order to make it work. But, I mean, like, if I bring in, just real quick, the Marvel Legends Black Panther, he's, I mean, he's bigger, you know, so that's good. But, yeah, I mean, there's really not too terribly much that you can do about the height unless you wanted to use that original torso, which if you did, it makes sense. And, yeah, I'm just kind of blabbering on and just stalling for time, I guess. I don't know. But I really like how this turns out, and I would show you him with a Superman, but I'm actually going to make a video on that Superman. So, you know what? Actually, yeah, I'm going to make a video on that Superman here soon, so let's just do a quick tease of that for you guys. Here he is real quick next to the Superman that I made, and yeah, Shazam is just too fucking tall. He's too big. But the Superman with this Black Adam looks freaking awesome. But let's take this out of here because I don't want you to see it for too long. You obviously could pause it, but you know. And speaking of Superman, oh man, what a bright new day for DC Studios, as it's called now. Which I love that they were like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just call it DC Studios. Marvel has Marvel Studios. Let's make it DC Studios. And James Gunn is co-heading it. Oh, man. If James Gunn gets his hands on a Superman movie, which, spoilers for Black Adam, Henry Cavill's back, man. We got Henry back. Dwayne Johnson did it. He got Henry back. And Superman, we got the GOAT back. It's fucking awesome. But if James Gunn can get his hands on a Superman movie, oh man, that will literally be probably in the top 3 comic book movies of all time. Like, I mean, who's with me on that one? I think that really will be the case, because just everything that James Gunn has done with like the Suicide Squad and especially the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, if he makes a Superman movie, it'll be perfect. There literally will not be a thing wrong with it. It'll be perfect. And I cannot wait to see more of Henry and more of Black Adam, which I have not actually gotten to see Black Adam yet, but of course, you know, the post-credit scene leaked, of course. But I'm so excited. We got Ben back. We got Henry back. What a beautiful dawn for DC. Let's go! But yeah, overall, let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments below. And I will catch you all in the next one. Also, you can finally stop asking me for this, because I gave it to you. So, yeah. Now you're going to ask for the Superman one, probably. Which, that's perfectly fine with me, because I'm going to make this video probably here soon. So, yeah. See you.